Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Tina, how you doing, sis? How you doing? Mm. How you doing? How you doing, sis? Marianne, how you doing, sis? Susan, how you doing? How you doing today? Good to see you in the building. Heidi, how you doing today? How you doing? It's so funny, Heidi. I see you when I come in. I just was watching memes when I took Nino out. And then till I came back in, I was just watching memes live from earlier today. So I haven't got all the way through it, but I think I am. I can look at it and tell you, I think I'm about 40 minutes into it, maybe. I know you were up there and you were spitting knowledge. You were spitting facts, and you were spitting what I was saying the other day on Terry Lynn's panel, what I was saying 2 weeks ago when I came here on my own panel and said, silence is golden. It's golden. It speaks louder than the words. See, when you don't say something, people wondering what you're gonna say, what you're gonna do, what does it mean? But when people know how you react, they know just what to do to push your buttons. They know just what to do to get you going. They know just what to do to get you started. And believe it or not, guys, they know just what to do to get you to do what they want you to do. And so we have to start knowing the difference. So today, mm, I'm really trying to come as a content creator because I am one. But I gotta jump into the subscriber seat for a minute. I gotta jump into a seat that brought me to the creator seat. And it brought me to the seat in this sector. So I'm gonna speak this sector for a minute. And I'm gonna speak in my opinion, you know. My opinion ain't the gospel. My opinion is truly unbiased because at the end of what I'm saying, I wish nothing but the glow for everybody. And I don't wish that because I want a perfect world. I just know to make it a little better, a lot of us got to glow up. We got to glow up. We got to turn the light on. We got to, we got to stop doing the same old. I'm going to try to do this too, y'all, and not even curse. I want it to be so real, so true that I'm going to try not to curse. But y'all know I can't talk about the mofos over her. Now, anything that sound a little bit like some cursing, we gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm about to do it tonight. I'm about to do it tonight. Tonight. Y'all know I don't come live late. And though I got in later, the weekend, suburban transportation. Don't get me started. Don't get me started. Don't get me started. Don't get me started. But here's something I want to put some disclaimers out here real early. Real, you know. And I hope to not have to put them out again, but I just want to put them out. And if you miss them, I hope you catch it when you go back in. One, there's going to be some periods where I'm talking and I do not check the chat. And I promise you, I'm not ignoring anyone. That I'm not doing. Every last one of you are the reason I'm sitting here about to say what I'm about to say. And it's for the subscribers. It's for mine. It's because let me tell you something. When people say my subscribers, your subscribers are subscribed to other people, several other people. Some they watch, some they don't watch. Some they used to watch, some they can't stand no more, but they might glance on over to see what they're doing. It's a bunch of, but it's all subscribers. So right now, I'm speaking for us. I'm standing in the subscriber seat. I'm standing out there in the subscriber picket line. Because believe it or not, there's some subscribers, millions of them. And they saying this shit here got to stop. Dang it. I just cursed. I told y'all I was going to try. I made it. I made it almost 10 minutes. I'm doing good. I'm doing real good. I'm doing real good. But so since that one's already in the air, it'll probably be used a lot because we just put it in the air. By we I mean me. Um, I want to breathe because one of the reasons I'm speaking up is one of the same reasons I don't even know how to start. Because around him, Snuggles, I seen you come in the building. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Um, one of the things over here is it's almost like we have people in a hierarchy who's at the top, who's able to do whatever, say whatever, then who's at the bottom. And sometimes the bottom are the people who were just really trying to be loyal and got themselves caught up in Charlotte's Web. And when I say Charlotte's Web, that's not the content creator. I have nothing against her whatsoever. Whatsoever. And the reason it's so renegade over here to me is because there's no order, there's no structure. And what you have is a combination of a whole bunch of different factors that came together built off a dislike for different things. So whether it was a dislike for a person, it was a dislike for somebody on a reality show, or it was so it all came in negativity. So it starts there. That's nothing against nobody. Hey, at least it got people together because it merged to this sector we call 90 day cool to brown sector. I call it messy mofos or messy itches. I'm trying not to cuss. But so you got a lot of that, right? And you have a lot of frenemies. And when I use the word frenemies, I mean people who were friends and enemies, or enemies and friends and enemies, and and so on and so on and so forth, right? So you have a lot of that. Now, some of these people actually really started over. They actually really put the shit behind them. They really said, hey, we're done. And some, they were holding on like Wilson Phillips. I mean, they would hold on. Y'all know that song? Things will go your way. Hold on. Hold on for one more day. Yeah, they were doing it. They were holding on, guys. Because, see, we're going to try to also laugh in breaking this down. And I don't have too much time to sit here and break. We'd be here all month. Y'all think, see, y'all call it Terry Lynn, and when Terry Lynn has not even done the longest consistent stream on YouTube. So I don't know why it's called Terry Lynn, but it would be longer than that. If I said and broke this down, we would be here definitely until New Year's Day. I mean, we would bring in Christmas together. Like we'd bring in Hanukkah, Christmas, Kwanzaa. We'd bring in a whole lot of stuff together. Whether you celebrate them or not, we'd bring them all in together. Because that's how long it would take to break this down. And we still would be confused. So this is just a short breakdown of the last couple of days for me. For me, in my opinion. You know, in my opinion. Hey Stacy, how you doing? Okay. So I just told you all what I think this sector is made up of. So, because like I said, just being on here, I ended up please, like I said Charlotte's Web earlier, not even talking about the creator, but because everybody beefing. I mean, I kid you not, real talk. At one point, see, I can't go too deep back because if I go too far back, it's just we'll get off today's subject. I can't. But that's how I got to all these people. And all these people, it just ends up the same thing. Anyway, the day before Thanksgiving, I'm watching the live. And as I'm watching the live, it's decided on the live that, hey, here's the thing. You know, you get more bees with honey. And I'm just gonna say that because we was talking about Jules saying, "Hey, you get more bees with honey." You know what I mean? Let's just do this. We got to stop some of these fires. 'Cause, I mean, we got 18,000 wars going on, and some of the wars are within inside the same force. I don't want to even call these gangs. I don't, because the gangs got more order than this. I mean, 'cause this is I don't know what to call this. I don't. It's not childish. It's not childish because it's too calculated to be childish. It's not. It's I don't know what's worse. I don't know. I'm just because I don't want to use any kind of judgy words. I don't because that's all people are here. Because everybody's so on fire. Everybody looking for somebody to blame, whose fault it is, whatever. But anyway, so we have a truce. I see people who I didn't think would ever even sit on the same platform again in any type of way. They did it, and all I could hear from the subscriber side was a lot of people saying, "Oh man, jeez," and some was saying, "How dare." How dare you know why? Because you pulled in this every day. If I come on your channel every day, all we talking about is this. Some people know for a fact you done heard your favorite subscriber tell you the same story with different names on it. You done heard your favorite subscriber say that they're against everything they're doing. You done seen your favorite subscriber manage to get into it with everybody, but it's everybody's fault but them. You done seen your favorite subscriber sink to levels unknown. You seen your favorite subscriber seem to know all the ins and outs of everything that's the mess, but say they are saying so far out the mess that they can't even see it. Hey, here's the thing. Each one is responsible for themselves. And the best way to show anybody what you're doing is just do it. I think sometimes that's why it's thought that maybe, you know what I mean? I'm one way. Terry Lynn, what's up, sis? How you doing? How you doing? It's maybe they be thought. I told y'all. See, I didn't want to do this disclaimer, but I want to make sure because I don't want to miss nobody. That's why I'm about to go back in the chat. It's gonna be times with my attention span. I'm going to just talk and not go in the chat, but I'm not ignoring nobody. But if I see your name, Sweet Potato, how you doing, sis? If I see your name, you know I got to say something. But if I miss your name, it's not because I wouldn't say something. I'm say something if I see your name, period. How you doing? But so when that happened, I was like, you know what's good about this? It's good for several reasons. This is what I thought just pertaining to that. Not thinking about anything else, because all the stuff going over here is an elephant. We got to eat it one bite at a time. So when this truce, because I can't call it a treaty, because in a treaty there's rules if you violate the treaty. Because they know that we only did the treaty because, see, when you do a treaty, it's because you want to help more people that you hurt. You know, it's more people that you realize you're going to help by doing this. Because you hurting a lot of people. But anyway, so in the truth, what I thought was, man, now subscribers can breathe. They can stop feeling guilty or like they're betraying you or they can't stand you or they messy because they was in a chat. They gonna feel like double agents when they actually say hello to somebody somewhere because they think you might see them and think that mean that they rude because they have manners. So when the whole treaty idea came, I said, well, good, because that'll stop all this hella division when you know at the end of the night, mostly at the end, good or bad, enemies or not, y'all got the same subscribers. That's why I love when a content creator be like, I hope you know your subscribers are talking to me. They're letting me know. Your subscribers? Like they are exclusive to one subscription per subscriber. Please, Google will be calling you themselves if they found out you had one subscription. Hey, how you doing? We don't normally call everyone because usually most of them have more than one person they subscribe to, but we're gonna need you to think outside the box. Well, if I worked for them, they would. But anyway, so one is bringing a hell of a stress on the subscribers. And then two, in this war that's been going on, let's say 2 years just to be nice, the things that have been thrown at each other as women are the things 9 out of 10 of us can relate to. Are the things that some of us, the reason we're awake all night is because of those things. And that's what our favorite content creators want to continue to give us. Hey, if they over there slinging shit, why is you slinging it if you don't like it? If you seeing they people say, I'm tired. I mean, the truth of the matter is, hey, it should be flags at half mast for the simple fact that Natalie is gone. But I don't even see that in an honor. Because remember over here, when subscribers die, we don't care. We'll talk about them. We'll bring out their screenshots. We'll do anything. We'll call, we'll call the doggone, oh, we'll call the morgue. We'll call anybody. We'll call the family of people. The things are degraded. It makes me feel sick in my stomach to even say them out loud. To say that this goes on and there's even subscribers over here. But I know that every person over here is not like that. And I know that the truth of the matter is that half the people doing that know that if it was done to them, I'd hope they'd bow out. Is that what everybody's trying to do? Everybody trying to make people bow out by just hurting everybody? So I thought a treaty sounds good. At least we can have Thanksgiving. And I even said on my live that morning, it sure beats last year. Because I feel like every year is a good, every holiday, every celebration of, we should be celebrating it. Oh my God, this is so many things we could be celebrating. And it don't make life perfect. It just means if it's bad enough, do I got to make it worse? Everybody got a story about what they've been through, but you want to still be in some more stuff? Or have you just decided misery is the only company you want? So should the sector be called dark? Should the sector be called Get Back? Because I tell you, I don't care if you're calling it Yates, 90 Days, any of that. It's not my sector. It's just a part of a place that has my heart on YouTube. And I won't even lie and say that that's not the truth. Because it is. Because I've wanted to turn my back on it 1,000,000 times. Because I thought giving it my front is actually degrading me. But I'm not the only one singing that song. So I'm like, when do the real people stand up? Silence is golden, and there's no way of something so bad. I'm going to continue to keep saying it. I'm going to stand in silence. It's the best silence I'm ever going to have. It's the best silence I'm ever going to have. And that way, when I do make a move, it's calculated. Remember, y'all, I told you it's chess, not checkers. Each move each move has to be thinking about the next 6 moves. And I was talking about 3 of them being the person you playing. But anyway, to continue on to this weekend. So, to be honest with you, I knew it wasn't going to last completely in the order because the thing is, once again, y'all, should have been done in silence. It should have been done behind the scenes so the people involved knew completely what they were doing. And then they show people. Because see, that's what at the end, when something come out, people come out and show us. If it's bad, and still, and you stand, you know how you show you standing? We showing that you stand in what you believe in. And that don't mean I'm on the side of anybody get done like this, and I'm letting them know I'm standing in solidarity with them on change. Period. Now, what they do it is on them. I'm telling you what I'm doing. That's just point blank. Period. So that's why I'm like, people be killing me. You're sad, and he on this side, and did you hit that side? Is your blood? Is your cuz? Is your crip? Is your this? Is your that? Anyway, and here's where I stand on men. And I promise you, I'm not trying to hurt anybody when I'm about to say what I'm about to say. But in this sector, the men don't hesitate to get dead in it with the women. And you can stand on anything. How about be the person who say, hey, y'all, this talking like this is how y'all should talk to each other. Y'all can say what you got to say, just do it different. That's that simple. So when I think of these other guys coming in, anybody can come in. Google says it's open. You can come anywhere you want. You can come and you can represent somebody. You can watch them. You can do all that. You can come and do all of that. I don't have a problem. I don't care who does what. I don't care who has who on their panel. I don't care anything. I don't come tell nobody how to run a house. But here's what I'm saying. One, I knew, and I said this once again. You can go back a couple of videos back. I said, shit, Marie don't need nobody to rock for her. She get about it. I'm gonna leave it right there. She get about it. She definitely OG is standing up for herself. So when she was so dazzled and distressed, I said, wait a minute. Then I'm watching one day and it's going, oh, these people are sensitive. Oh, I'm not even talking about the video. I'm talking about something happened a week ago. That's the video y'all talking about in this episode. This episode. See, because sometimes it's just like an episode. It's like previously on, next time on, guess who just got added to the cast on. But anyway, and I seen him, I said, wait a minute. The way he's in there talking and everything else, I said the bad part is that he's going to offend a lot of women. Because see, even if you a man talking about women, if I just had some dude sitting up in my room right now, I don't care if he's talking about the dirtiest woman who was a scandal, whether y'all knew who she was or not, and he was just sitting back and he would do this and he'd blow this and take this and she could suck this and she could bang this and say, well, y'all be like, who is dude and why is he talking about a woman like that? Or would y'all say, oh, hold on, he's talking about that skank off 47th? It's okay, because that skank ain't nothing. That skank deserves it. Let me tell y'all something. A man that'll say that about that skank will say that about you, skank. Because you have to have a compass. Because see, just like a man who will be like, oh, well, if she do the wine in my face, if she hit me like she a man, if she do this, and there's certain men who say, I don't care what she do, I'm not putting my hands on a woman. It's gonna be two different conversations. One gonna give me 500 reasons why it should be okay. Well, if she was running up like a man. Now, if she was endangering your life, you better, if it's yours or hers, that's anybody's game. And that goes both ways to me, but that would still be in my opinion. But what I'm saying is, you don't justify wrong with wrong. So I'm just like men coming in, and the people you're going to be getting into mostly going to be women. And all these wars, okay, we got enough wars over here, and it seems like all these people have their own personal wars, and they ain't solving them over there. So to bring they wars and these wars, that's like, okay, hey, we into it, America. You into it over here in Japan. Let's get together. You still gonna be fighting your shit, but I need you to come fight with mine. I'm gonna fight with yours, and then there we go. That's what we gonna call it. WW3. And y'all know what they say about that? Come on now, baby, bye. Why are we putting gasoline on a fire? I am so confused. I'm like, wait a minute, are we igniting new fire? So now the new thing is, hold on, let's show them how it's done. Let me rock your business, put your business. Hold on, don't you know we get it over here? I don't want nobody else business. Because let me tell you something. In the last 2 years, I have learned everything literally from Nina. Okay. I have literally learned everything about people but how we can solve this shit or stop talking about it or move on or like I don't know. I don't even try to figure it out no more, y'all. Please, I don't watch the figure baby bad. Baby bad. I watch like, hey Mustang Sally, how you doing? Hey Darren. You can't give up. You can't see that's just it. You can't give up. And in part of not giving up is knowing that the only part you gonna play and the only part you got power of is yours. That's yours. Like minds will come together in the part they are like. Does that mean every part of us is alike? Every decision we think is the same? No, it just means that like minds will come together, and that's the village you build. Because when you're building that one, you'll get all like minds together, and then you'll that's how you'll figure it out. But if you keep fighting the same way that people been doing, it's not gonna work. And that's not a knock to you and nobody else. I'm just saying it's not gonna work. It's just gonna keep getting worse. It's gonna keep intensifying. We're gonna keep pushing the button. That's it. This is just spreading it. It's spreading it. It's spreading it like cancer. It's spreading it. Like it's not helping. It's like, and the worst part is all the people that are truly, and I'm not knocking anybody because it's people, and I'm not saying because I'm not on no side, I'm on just speaking. It's people out here that are really getting hurt that are content creators because those are the ones who are really going to let's even with the people, the subs that don't have channels that's all in it with you. The way they can't be in it with you is whether they had information on it if you don't let them. That's any content creator. So if they in it with you, then that's just part of your team. But to the content creators that's clashing, the blows they putting on each other are hurting the people that support them for real. It's like hurting them. And I know that's not what people want to do. So like I ain't saying let's be perfect. I ain't saying hey y'all got no kumbaya. Just mean let's bag it up. Like there's peace. Peace be still on this. It's gonna be another. Hey, it's gonna be another situation that blossoms. It's gonna be another person that you gotta put in a place that you're gonna have to keep going. So I gotta move on for one. So I gotta come up with something that is actually gonna work for me at the end of the night. Because at the end of the night, no matter how much we love each other, one day our body is gonna say, I gotta rest. You know what I mean? So even we tried to stay, just man, I'm gonna stay up with you, I'm gonna stay up with you. So we gotta do it the way so we can be better in ourselves, all us together. Because that's how we really winning. So yeah, we got the right objective. Yeah, it's the right thing. But like I said, and those who don't want to be a part, it's fine too. It's fine too. But we honestly, we can't burn every bridge because if we burn every bridge, the truth of the matter is there's no way back. And I'm talking about bridges with creators because one thing I've learned about creators, like I said, in the last couple of years, I've watched people I never thought to speak. I've watched people, and like I said, it could go any way, and that's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing, but it's the truth. And who be more screwed up over it be the subscribers more than them because at one point the subscribers rocked with you both, then you fell out. So then they was trying to rock with you both, but then they kept feeling like they was getting in trouble and getting put in the corner, getting on timeout, getting a whooping. Hey Eagles, how you doing, brother? Getting a whooping. So then they had to choose one. Then y'all got back cool. I'm not saying nobody in particular. I'm just saying from content creator to subscriber. Then the content creators get back cool. And then now you like, I'm pissed. Because when I thought maybe you should, you told me I couldn't even say that in your chat. I couldn't say this person's name. I better not be seen commenting in their chat. And now not only do I gotta tolerate them, I gotta see them up on your screen every day. And if you ever been somebody who've had people just keep feeling like they putting you second or third. Sometimes these subscribers, honestly, you know what I mean? They be looking up to people. People are talking about you're a public figure. Well, part of that is that people are actually looking up, listening to, believing in, caring, thinking about, waiting to see you come back live. You know what I mean? You might be sitting at the crib thinking, I don't even really care about coming on the thing. It's somebody sitting there waiting to see a notification that you're about to come live. They turned that bell on for real because they want to know, Ramrock, how you doing, bruh? How you doing? But yeah. So don't give up. You bring in change. You something like I said, and that don't mean that you got to be on your channel like Mary Poppins. Hell no. That's why I got to say, is there just hate or an angel? Ain't nothing in between. That's like thinking it's only black or white. It's a lot between. Just like people talk racism, they just talking black and white. It just ended there. Ain't nobody else dealing with it nowhere. Nobody else. Nobody else being judged. It's black and white. It's just the black and white war. You gotta know it's way more in between. So yeah, so like I said, so when I saw that, but what I do like more than anything is I know for a fact that you couldn't have told me months ago that all these people that are being cool, like Jules and Heidi and Terry Lynn, and even Jules being willing to have Brooke come in there and talk to him. I was proud to see them all willing to do that for whatever was the cause. Because one thing I know about anything, just like addictions, you're not going to get help till you're ready to. So when I said I knew that it wasn't going to happen to all the heifers involved wanting to make it happen, but then even if everybody not ready, because maybe they don't trust it, maybe they don't think you show them. You show them by you doing it and you stand together. And you got to know sometimes me standing up for people sometimes is showing people we're going to pay you in dust. Well, I put together what it is I got to say and I say it and show it. So it don't seem like we always doing a rebuttal. We don't have to, you know what I mean? I could break you down. I could do a live every time you're done live and I could break. That's what I wanted to do. But you can do it anyway. As long as we standing together, that's what we got to do. And in time, each thing's, you know what I mean? But it's got to be a better place for these subs. Like I said, hell yeah, there's a lot of people who are going to end up. And even if they did it intentionally and unintentionally, anything, but man, on the forgiveness, let's forgive everybody. Let's forgive everybody who thought they was playing a part. Because you got to know this much, creators. This to my creators. If you do have any subs that did some shit, got in some shit, said some shit, told you some shit, giving you some shit, whatever it is, you got to know that the reason they doing it because for some reason they want to help you. What would they gain out of it? Anything else but thinking that they're helping or being loyal to you? And there's some creators out here who they use that against the subs that's doing it. When they could obviously just tell them like, hey, you don't have to do all that. You don't got it, because I tell anybody, you don't got to tell me that. Trust me, I probably saw it myself. And here's the difference. I didn't care. Or I cared enough to talk about it. Or I thought that if I talk about it, I'm spreading this terrible thing further. And then sometimes I have to talk about it, even though it's a terrible thing, because I just have to make some kind of sense out of nonsense. And so I do not stand, honestly, with, like I said, I'd hate to say I don't stand because I love when the kings are in the building, because when men are around, women should be safe. But over here, like I said, I've even seen it. It's okay, they gay, whatever. And they can just dog out women and they can just tell them the most degrading things and call them the worst names ever. But they won't talk about that girl. Not all the girls, just that girl. Just that girl. Just her. Just her. But it's another girl thinking I ain't gonna say nothing because I don't want to be somebody else. They dogging out like that. I don't want them to go looking up my mama and my grandmama. I don't want them going because I said hello, or because I said I don't like them, or I said I don't agree with that either, or I said, come on, y'all, seem too much. And like I said, and to those subscribers that want to be all up on everybody panel, all up in the mess, all up deep in it, just get a channel. It takes nothing. Just get it. But here's what I'm gonna tell you. That form of just having a channel that your whole tactic is destruction, not even you're defending anything. You just out here just to demise somebody who ain't even messing with you or whatever it is, or because you captain whatever, captain change a whole, I don't know what it is. I don't know because you ain't saving nothing. If you just doing that, get your own channel. But I don't know what substance. I mean, but there's people who like everything. It's something for everybody. But yeah, like I said, so that's really what I thought. But I was watching the memes thing, and I was only a few minutes in. And like I said, hey, here's something I'm tell y'all. You could turn YouTube off. You could tell me 100,000 stories about the past. Terry Lynn, that's my people. That's my people. I love them. I love her right. I love her wrong. You know what I mean? And if it was ever something that was doing that she knew nothing right now, but if it was something, just like with myself, I know that she'd have a conversation with me on my real line. We wouldn't be Instagram talking nothing. We'd be on real time talking to each other. You know what I mean? That's my real friend. You know what I mean? I'm building a real friendship with her. I ain't just saying some shit. Heidi, that's my buddy. That's my friend. That's my real friend. Once again, if Heidi got something to tell me, you know what she gonna text me and tell me? On my phone. She gonna definitely let me know. It ain't about no internet. I didn't call her ask her how the internet doing. You know what I mean? I ain't say, girl, I need you to get internet soon. You know, them people only want to talk to you about the internet. They ain't never calling you about nothing else. And did I mention earlier that another reason I was happy that that treaty went is because I know that Housewives is going through a lot right now, and I know that Housewives loves her some Jules. And I know that when you love somebody and you care about somebody for real, that if something going on with them, you already know I'm rocking. I'm gonna be in the building. You know what I'm saying? Most definitely, because you know what I'm saying, that's somebody I'm fucking with. But off the channel, see, I just said that for it. Now I done just dropped the whole thing. Dang it, I made it, TL. I almost made it. But if it's somebody I rock with and I mess with, you know what I mean? Just like I said about my mods. But I know my mods ain't messy though. You know what I mean? And when I say my mods, I don't own them. These are queens. These are queens, just like my friends. These are queens. Just like my subscribe. These are queens. These are their own people. But I'm gonna tell to the masses of many people in this sector doing it, like y'all are hurting more people than y'all helping. And the worst part is y'all are hurting people that are not having nothing that you're not trying to hurt. That's why when I tell y'all hurt people, because you heard about what some content creator doing. You doing stuff that's hurting subscribers who aren't the messy subscribers, who that's hurting subscribers who aren't the subscribers that, you know what I'm saying? They not. They the ones who sit up and watch your video all night, who put it on replay, who watched your hours when you needed to get them up, who care about you, who are Instagram liking everything you post, who whatever they do, but they are for you. And you blowing them off. You got people on here who are bringing up stuff. Man, let me tell y'all something. When Jules talked about being triggered, I thought about that fear, that thing that makes me more tomboyish is because when you are ever invaded or taken advantage or anything like that, you feel like protective. So you want to fight or flight about things. And sometimes it could be as simple as somebody you with reach to touch you too quick and it make you jump when you shouldn't jump because I'm in a room with somebody I'm with. So like to me, but when somebody tells me that it grabs into that part of you that can relate. So when it does that, you don't know what you're triggering in somebody because most of us do not have the mechanisms to in the tools and the way to deal. Because if we did, we know as soon as this conversation came up and it wasn't in a healthy way, that we must get up out of there. I love you so much, but I got to protect me because what I'm gonna be for you if I'm a hot mess? What if I don't have the tools to bounce back or put my, that's why I tell y'all all the time, when I talk self-love, when I talk building you, it's because you have to protect you. This temple, you have to protect you, but not the way we've been protecting ourselves. Where I'm always in fight, where I wish a bitch would, where I'm ready to go, where I do it, I could show you in vengeance. Forget vengeance was mine, said the Lord. It was vengeance was mine, said Danny. Because I was gonna get you. You gonna remember my name forever. That's what I said. Who don't have somebody out there that probably say, but let me tell you something, if you really did them dirty, your name is the last one they want to mention and talk about. They not gonna be jumping online so they can get all up on the internet with some people they don't know to tell them about. Baby, you know how you can get an interview with people who don't know, people who chasing the boom boom, people who know this much, but to you it's that much. So they gonna tell you this much. Get up out of here, please. Because people who really know, get on the internet. That is the true definition of snitch. I'm not telling you nothing, legal or illegal. On the internet, you might as well put me on an answer machine then. What we on, three-way? That's another thing to go over here, three-way calls. Are they still doing that? They still got people sitting in the background listening on calls? Ooh, Booney, I thought that shit played out in 1989. Or did it go out like 91? I think it might have rolled over into like 91. You might have got that shit like 92. I don't know. I don't know. It's so played out that to me it's ancient. Uh it's people say uh uh. Ooh. Yeah, none of this. I mean, the only real life anybody should be going is theirs. Your life is as real as you give it to us. But then if it's, oh, I was a character, oh, this was a game, oh, this how we do it. This how we do it where? Go play in that game everywhere. Just I dare you. I dare anybody in the shits to go to any other place. Walk up in there and say, hey, I do this, and see what the crowd say. Check the room. Check the temperature. Go walk into your job. Go walk into a place. Say, hey, let me say something. I rock with some people and people be having an attitude because then people be doing this and doing that. And then I had said this, not wrong with this dude, and he be doing this and see if everybody in your job don't tell you if you don't get your whole life together, like ASAP, like this what you do with your free time. They'll be talking. They gonna be on the episode of Snap talking about you. We knew something was funny at work when every time we looked over, they always had their phone. And they were always just talking about online, like YouTube. They would always say like a YouTube, and it was like YouTube, and it was like, and we were like, what? Who are these people? Like who? But we thought these were real people, but none of them had names. Like it was like. Go Go Gadget. It was Go Go Gadget, and it was get them when you can, and take it from the rear, and all these people. Who are they? Who are they? Who is that? Who what? Wait, you that deep? Man, only on the internet, man. I promise you, your name could be Puka Bop. Next day, Puka Bop and Puka Bop this and Puka Bop. And people, Puka Bop is the most loyal person in the world, and Puka Bop is this, and Puka Bop is one of the realest people I know. What's Puka Bop name? I don't even know. I could tell you I know, and I ain't telling you shit. How about that? How about because it's none of your business? How about that? We can't do that. So I gotta. So either I gotta say I lied and said I didn't know because I knew. No, I knew, and it's none of your business. Because if they wanted you to know, they tell you their name, just like they number. Wait, you want to get it from me? Well, who am I? Am I the phone company? Did I give them their number? I need to know how. Hold on, someone in my hallway. I hate people to stop right in front of my door. That's all that. Heidi, what up, sis? I don't know if you heard me earlier when I spoke to him when I first came in. Yeah, you'll be on the defense. You got to be on the defense over here on YouTube. You do. And I learned it too. Now I don't be on it at all. I don't worry about no defense because I ain't doing nothing wrong to nobody. So I don't have to worry about the defense. I don't have to worry about the secret calls that might come out. I don't have to worry about the screenshots of the. I promise ain't nothing I said I wouldn't say on him. I probably said it on here first. I don't care if right now me and somebody is cool and then we fall out. I'm not going to talk about them. I'm talking about subscribers. My subscribers, if one day they said, you know what, Danny, I'm just tired of it. I just don't want nothing to do with what you're talking about, and I'm gone. They could be on another thing talking about me, and I'd just be thinking, I promise you, because even if I was thinking, I'm about to cuss this, but why? Why? For what? For what? Hold on, y'all. Let me tell you how much they used to. For what? For what? Because that's really the reason why I wouldn't do it. Because I'm thinking, well, they showed me respect. I didn't disrespect them. I showed them respect. And we keep it moving. Because if something is just not worth my time, like I said, if somebody's a liar, Jim Bailey, i.e., an example, Jim Bailey is a compulsive liar. She needs help that I don't think there is a person equipped on here to do it. Because if they were equipped enough on here to help her, they wouldn't be on here. They wouldn't be in the chat hanging out all day because they would know, like, whoo, she's Lord, I need to be working. I need to get on the other side of the line. I need to start a channel and invite all of them to subscribe to it because that's where they best would be helped. Because she needs, and I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean she needs it, and she tells a lot of stories. She definitely lives in Fantasy Island. She definitely lives in her mind, and whatever's going on in there is whatever's coming out of her mouth. And so when somebody lies like that, you think I'm gonna sit and hold any conversation with her? Cause where are we gonna get? What now? She telling some lies on me? That never happened. No, it would never happen. Well, we can't talk about the weather. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Not until she get what she needs to better her, so she could be better. And I don't think, I'm not saying it won't happen in her YouTube time. I just don't think I'm gonna be on here that long. I won't be on here long enough to see when that happens. And if it happens, I mean, it could happen any day, every day we wake up, it could change. This is time for change. But I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't. So I was gonna say, some things I'm not gonna do. Hmm. Yeah, and that's how most people are. Most people they say, well, even if you didn't have a bad, they always say that if somebody says like one bad thing about you, that it takes like 100 good good repetitions, like 100 things, positive things to take the negative thing that was said to you out of your mind. So imagine if someone was constantly said bad things to them. So, for example, if somebody said to somebody, "You're ugly," then somebody says, "You're cute," "You're pretty," you'd have to hear 100 of those to erase. That doesn't erase, but not to hear. So that's how I take it out in the power. So look at that. It takes 100 positive things to overshadow one negative thing. So imagine when you're hearing it all the time. If someone's constantly saying something negative to somebody. So then they feel it more than anything. They always feel that way. They feel that way when they look in the mirror. They feel that way when they anything they do. And then they'll start making some people, because I do it to myself sometimes, you'll start making standards for yourself that, like, it seems like you never are satisfied with yourself. You never, you win a meal, you did it, but it wasn't good enough. You had to do more. You need to do that. So I do it to myself sometimes. And I feel like it's because I've been that way, nobody can critique it. If it was, and then once again, because you had to learn, there's no such thing as perfect. But you almost shooting to try to be perfect just so nobody had nothing to say. Because everybody always got something to say. Hmm. Fingers crossed, wedding. Yeah. Oh yeah. Right. Right. That's what I said. It ain't even enough men in the world to race. That's a whole different thing. Okay. Oh yeah, they going there with everything, copyright and man, here's the thing. I know it's going to be intense because they're already starting to do things now. So that means that one, they're either about to do, like, a job when the company's about to do a layoff, and it's about to be real big. Because you're like, wait, they said it was going to be in February. But you notice in February, they can't just cut everybody about that door in February. So that means we're about to start sizing November, December. It's hits, it's hits, it's hits. Is you be like, wait a minute, because that's how it's doing it. So they about to start just cracking up. And so it's to each his. If you have a goal and it's something you want to do on here, whatever that is, you got to just find a way to do it, and you do it. That's how the game is. You think if it's a hustle, like, please, you think it stops. They just find a new way. So you just, now I'm not saying find a way to be bad to anybody. Just find a way to say it. You can do it. And that's all we got to all do. Like right now, I'm not posting any food until I can see what is going on, because it's whole third party, and with my food, it's not third party. I have never, ever, ever, not one of my posts is any food that I did not eat, cook, buy, period. There's not somebody else's food. And if it's somebody else's plate, it's two plates, mine and theirs. I've never not posted that. And so the good thing is, in my phone, all those videos, I had to take the volume out of them. I had to do things to them. I had to cut them down. So I'm like, I can't keep getting them to put this third party on all my shorts. You know what I mean? My shorts aren't third party. That is my stuff. I filmed it. I did it. I ate it. I made it. I bought it. So it's from my job. You know what I mean? But it's my lunch. So I'm like, oh. So you just gotta step it up. Like I said, I love to drop the F bomb. I love it so much that I tried not to curse in this video. And once I said shit, I kept saying shit a couple of times. But I dropped the F bomb still once because I'm trying to stop. And see, we still got a couple more days at this end of this month, but I'm trying to stop. I am not on here. On here, call me on the phone. I'm truck driving it. You know what I'm saying? This shit. Let me be on the streets and we talk about some chick just went to some chick crib and took her address and put. Girl, you think I'm be sitting here talking all kind and I'm being politically correct. And then people, when you think about being sensitive, you have to be. When I was reading all that stuff, when you signing for your, the joint membership with them, did anybody read that when they signed it? Because they're letting you know, like, hey, you can't be on here if anything comes back that even look like it. We're covering our own butt and we are cutting you. If it's gonna cost, it was so much to read that I literally read and then had to wait. Then told my dad, like, hey, because it's just a lot. I mean, they're saying so much that you like, I am sick of reading this. But you got to read all of the dotted lines. Everything you're doing, you have to, because especially when you're signing, and especially when there's going to be any exchange of money, you have to know that it ain't just come on here and Triple H it. Y'all remember Triple H from wrestling? You can't come on here and give us that and think that we just like, okay, but you're not Triple H. You know how many millions he was bringing us in? He had a whole toy. You on here showboating because you got, you know what I'm saying? They like, no, YouTube is straightening up. So, like I said, I'm glad that the whole treaty, so the long and short of the treaty for me is I'm glad that it even got put on the table because it said that at least we starting to do something. And so now I'm glad that it also was broken because then it shows now who really meant what they said because they will continue to go. They'll go forward. And so that's the long and short of that for me. And if it can bring some betterness with more women learning how to, yeah, keep fighting if you fight. I'm not gonna never stop fighting. You cannot put your hands on me. You cannot disrespect me. You can't do none of that. But I just learned how to fight a little fair. And when I say fair, meaning I don't do nothing to you that would make, okay, I won't do nothing to you I don't want done to me, meaning anything that'll have me do life, anything that'll have me think of even, I ain't doing it to you. How about that? Because if I do it to you, I can't be mad you do it back. But if I don't do it to you and you do it to me, I'm going to show you that I am not playing like that. And that's it. That's it. That's it. That's why I don't do it. That's why I don't do it. Because I don't think I'm better than nobody. No matter of fact, I know I'm worse than you. I know, and I'm not even talking violence. I'm just talking, I know I'm worse than you. I know I won't sleep at night till I get you back. I know I won't stop to every person who know you know what I know. I know I won't stop until I hit you where it really hurt. I know I won't stop. I know I won't stop. I know I won't. I know I won't. I know I've been and went through everybody who ever commented in any of your Facebooks. I've been through every last one of their profiles. Forget befriending them. I just learned their information too, because then I was going through their friends, and they friends. And Hunty, I done found out who was your teacher when you was in. I promise you. I promise you. I promise you. When that Kanika Jinka thing was going on, please, sometimes I'd be on going through stuff for weeks. You could have put it up on the wall, the trail I had put together, because Auntie, I won't stop. Won't stop, can't stop. Won't stop, can't stop. And I won't hesitate to tell you, like, oh, my goal is to take you down. My goal, baby, you think it's a secret? Oh, no, I won't sleep at night. And I won't even talk about it. People will be thinking Danny over it. Oh, they'll be thinking I'm so over it. It's only just begun. I don't want to live like that. I'm tired of it. Bonnie. I've done it. I have done it. Man, how you doing, sis? I have done it. Mm-mm. And some of the stuff I said, ooh, honey, I could never. Yes, before you open your mouth. Yes. Yes, you cannot take it back. And don't get me wrong. My mom and them told me that, but Hunty, my mouth was vicious because people were so vicious with their mouth. They didn't take a second to think about what their words meant, how they hurt, what they impacted, what they were doing, how they took from you, how they hurt, how they cut. They didn't care. And I learned that some people just wanted to cut you with their words. So I just learned how to, one, take the cut and not cut you. but dig in and turn it. I was gonna twist it and turn it. Boy, this was gonna be like homemade penitentiary shanking. I mean, I was gonna, please, and I'm not even talking about with a real one. I'm just saying if we had it in theory, since we saying cut ya, but no. And then I just realized the real power in them words because I thought about all the words that haunted my mind at night that people said about me. You know what I mean? And so then I started thinking about the words I was putting out, the things I had said. I remember one day going off on this guy, and he said to me, I wish you knew that what you said was so nasty. That when you are mad, you are so nasty that you can never forget what you said. And I thought, it's because I was so hurt that when I'm hurt, my only objective was to hurt. It no longer used to be I'd hurt you just like you hurt me. Then it got to I hurt you worse than you hurt me. Then it got to if you hurt me in any kind of way, I just wanted to see you hurt. I wanted to see you, you know what I mean, fall apart. So we've all fought our own demons. I just learned, like, I know what that part's like. I don't really know fully to an extent to stay in it. So the more I get in being in a better mind space, but still knowing how to, I know how to make it. I know how to survive. But man, you could put me on survival. I'm going to make it. Survival is of the fittest. And I can survive because I've been on the dark side where I've been the dark, where I've had people dark to me, where I'm dead off the pain. So, like I said, I'm just like this because I'm like, that didn't work, but I still ain't worried. You could put me in the best session with the best, and if I wanted to get into that, that's what I get into. And the difference is, unlike being young, I wouldn't stay in that zone. I'd come right back out of it. But sometimes, like I said, it's draining. It's draining. It's draining because every part of your body want to fight the way you used to fight. But you know, just like I've seen over here, I've seen it all. I've seen people call, like I said, the call people after they kid done took their life, do this, talk about people essays, bring out fairs, make up rumors, lie. I've seen it all be done, and yet we still ain't getting to no resolve. The biggest resolve we just had was just now. In all the summons and all the things we just had, the biggest one we've had in this sector has been the one we just had for Thanksgiving. That's the biggest one we've had. Because other than that, it don't be no resolves. It be more shit. Just we not gonna talk about. Even if this shit is connected to the shit we about to talk about, we not gonna talk about that because we cool. But we gonna talk about everybody else who was involved. I guess I don't know. Like I said, ugh. But these guys, yeah, I can't. Now I won't lie. I don't really know because it's nothing about them that really makes me want to go and check into them. But the one guy, Code, what I will say about him is I haven't seen him when they talking too much about the women stuff. He get off the line. Like, all right, y'all, I'll check y'all back. But if any guys come through on some BS, well, particularly if one guy comes there, I'll let you know. But if any, I feel like if any guy was in there being disrespectful to women, he'd say something. So I mean, but other than that, I can't tell you. I haven't watched them. These people that we talking about, other than them, the people in this sector, I've watched them. I've watched some of them for years, so I'm not new to talking about them. So I can't speak on it. But what I can say is, if y'all was getting into it in y'all sector and y'all come over here, y'all couldn't solve it with each other over in y'all sector. So I don't need. It's enough drama over here. The bitches already fighting. We just don't. And when I say that, I mean the chicks. We don't need y'all fight on the fight. That's one. Two, it's too many women involved in this to throw in any men. Period. Period. I really just feel that way about it. I don't think it's right. Now, are there guys that are involved in this over here in this area? Yeah, they are, but they've been in it already. So even if we was talking about yikes, did nobody need to go get no dudes to go get? I didn't see nobody go get no dudes for him. And Lord knows we needed them. We needed a whole gorilla squad. Let it be the way it seems. We need to go get the whole goon squad. But we don't do. That's what I'm saying. Really for China. Mm-hmm. And then when I first seen John Mac, I was like, wait, this is who it's for. I don't care if this is an act. I don't know that many vicious people that could even put on this act. And so I didn't see the real threat. Then he was such a threat that you said to call him baby. Girl, let me tell y'all something. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I ain't got nothing against Maria. Mm-mm. Like I said, I'm not here to judge any action she's making. I ain't got nothing against her, but I already know she didn't need no aid and assistance. She didn't. She didn't. She didn't need no aid and assistance. Mm-mm. Not a little bit. I wasn't buying that. Y'all talking about that. I wasn't buying that. Mm-mm. She get goony go. She get about it, and y'all want me to think she needed some aid and assistance? Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. And even if her and Sophie was having a beef, no man needed to come speak up for a woman unless that man was speaking up for his woman. And that's just my opinion. I don't care who the dude was. Like, why are you so knee deep in what two women I get into it about? And even if they was wrong, then what you tell the woman that you cool with is stay away from her. Don't be around her. Ignore what she says, because you know what I mean? And as long as she don't come over here with it. Now, if she's emailing that woman and the woman is showing you her emails or her text messages, then you tell her, didn't I tell you to ignore her? So why are you showing me? Block her. To me, that's what a man, and that's even if my buddies, if I got lots of male friends, if I get talking about something about a woman, they're going to give me advice. It's not going to be, hold on, let me call her up. Let me let her know that nobody I know, no man I know, especially, first of all, no gay man I know is going to do that. No heterosexual man I know is ever going to do that. When me and Rio first had words and I told him where I'm from, no man gets into it with that many women without real men standing up and getting into it with the men, not the women. No man I know is going, what man do I know that I would call to come over into a place where, yeah, I'm getting into it with this one dude, but hey, the rest of these people going to be chicks. No dude does that. I'm sorry. And if that get me talked about, then talk about me. Then I know I was right. Because don't no man do that. And then, anything else is not even worth the conversation, because one, shouldn't even be over here. None of us should even be talking about them. I shouldn't even be holding the conversation. That's why at first I'm like, I'm not talking about these people for what? For what? Why? It's enough mess going on here. We just want to add more and more and more. That's what, like, it's almost like you can tell there are a lot of people that are just, when I want to say her, because I definitely don't want to say victims, because then it'd be Danny said victims. But because I mean, like, damn, some of these casualties, we are like asking for, like, please bring us more. Give me more. Give me more. What else can you guys do? What else is left? Bossy Ace says, what else is left? What else can we do? Can we keep on beating up? And then here's another thing. I gotta say this one too. Gotta say this one in this sector. I don't care what's going on, who's getting into it. Suddenly the N-word come on. You be like, black people don't even be involved with the part. The man, I mean, I've seen it. The whole panel can be blind and blue-eyed. And suddenly you be like, wait, what? How do what just happened? What took place? What? And you wonder why that's even going on, because it's like, what did that even have to do with what y'all was talking about, though? I mean, like, what? What? Were y'all talking to each other? And then they always throwing up this representatives of the blacks for the sector. There are lots of black people in this sector. Lots of them. Lots of them. There's lots of everybody in this sector. People from different countries. There are people from different religious background. There are people with different sexualities. There are people with different races. You know what I'm saying? Different speak different languages. Hold on a second. Are we stop? Oh, excuse me. I'm gonna need you guys. I'm gonna need you know how when somebody come backstage and you be like, I need you to show your face. I'm gonna need you guys to give me your whole DNA background. I need everything. I need to know it all. It's too much. It's too much. I don't know what battle we fight no more. Every situation. I mean, 1 minute is we fighting over this, and it's hold on, everybody throwing the N-word around for what? What? Wait, what happened? What even took place that we just started doing the N word? Yo, let me guess y'all. And then it's always, y'all ever noticed it came in some loose conversation. They wasn't even talking about nothing that was heavy. What happened that led to it? Nothing. They just was talking. Then somebody was like, and then boogity boo in. You be like, whoa, it's just loose. What is cool? And it's always something somebody was holding on to for months. Come on, y'all. It's been the same shit, different toilets for almost 2 years. Some of these people, I swear, they not gonna let the story go because that's the story. What would they get on there and talk to you about? Some of them they wouldn't, but others, you know, they would because I've watched them talk about other things. They've literally had conversations. That's why I don't care what nobody say. Terry Lynn be on there for hours. She not sitting down for hours, not talking. She just not sitting in silence. She not talking about the same thing for 12 hours. So shit, what are we knocking again? I'm confused. Mhm. Yeah. Oh yeah. Cloud. But you know what? In this sector, cloud built channels. I don't know what it built them to do, but it built channels. I don't know if it's a foundation. It just, but it built channels. So that's what a lot of people do. Just like another thing that built channels over here is beef. Who you beefing with, who you loving, who you want to be hugging. You know what I mean? Who you beef with? Oh, you friends with them? Oh, you cool now? Oh, they beefing? Now you beefing with them and you beefing. I even seen that. I said, wait a minute. Lord Jesus. I don't even want to bring up old Sparkle Spark. I'm going to stay out of it. But no, I'm not. Because it's something I've been watching. I said, now Sparkle, now. Sparkle, just stop beefing with people. Just, just stop. Just stop. Just because you get cool with somebody, I do not have to pick up all their beefs. I don't. I got enough of my own to fight. I don't really have no beefs, but you know what I mean? I don't even talk on the internet. I just don't pick up people's beef. And then, like I said, one of the things is you mess with people who can rock and roll. You know what I'm saying? They don't just be their friend. They'll like you just for you. You ain't gotta be fighting they battles. You ain't gotta be none of that. They'll like you just for you. You know what I'm saying? Once again, I'm not trying to build a perfect world because I don't believe one exists. I'm not. I'm just talking about the shit I seen. And I just thought about how when I was watching the other day, like I said, it could have been Jules. It could have been anybody. But when she came up off the video and she said she just had to, stop. And then I thought about how there's this certain smell. If I smell it, completely changes my whole mood. The whole thought of feeling unsafe. It bring all that to me. It's a smell of a cologne. So it triggered in me that I know the feeling of things that make you feel that fear or that uncomfortable. And people will say, but that's not what just happened. That's not the same thing. Doesn't matter. The feeling is the same. So mentally, it had me in my bag thinking about all the women who probably had that same feeling. And I thought, I wonder if when people do this kind of stuff, do they know how many people you trigger? Now, if I go somewhere, like I said, if I go and I know that's all we about and that's all you is, and you're not gonna come in a couple of days and tell me how you don't like this and you don't want to do this and you want to do better, then that's what I'm going to sing. But some of this stuff is just like taxing on the spirit, on a lot of people's spirit. Like I said, we talk about illnesses. There's no boundary, none. And like I said, what has been solved? Hmm. Just what? I want to know what boundary hasn't been crossed. How many men do we have over here who haven't disrespected us? But how much respect are we showing? We showing people this is how I like to fight. Then saying I don't like to fight like this. Then every time I turn around, somebody fearing their life. Then continue doing the same thing. They worried to death for the safety of them and their family, but they still back in the same shit. I'm worried that in 5 years there'll be a group of people 5 times worse than this in this area. And the people will blame will be the people who started this. Because like I told you all, this wasn't even a sector 3 years ago, right? 3 years ago, this wasn't a sector, right? So that means all of this hatred and stuff is in the last 2 years or so. So imagine what it'll be if this continues. And a lot of it has the same players in it. When are they gonna say I'm done? Or are they gonna say, I'm just gonna tell you this who I am? And then I'm trying to make this a beef sector. That's it. Just say it. To anybody who's standing in something that they believe in, I'm rocking. You rolling, I'm rocking. You know? You do the treaty, I'm rocking with you. You don't, I'm rocking with you. Like I said, the ones who are still saying, hey, we standing firm and we doing this, and that's good. But in one of the ways that if I'm protecting my sister or I'm rocking for my sister, is I'm making sure she good. So if when I'm doing these things, unless you good, then I'm not doing my part. I'm helping to do what the people who set out to hurt you did, and you still hurt. You know what I mean? So, like I said, when I first came on here, Heidi was saying something good when I was listening to me. I was thinking that's we have to stop repeating the negativity. It's just like when somebody goes out and does a crime and the news covers them, they give them glory. That's why you'll always have people who go do stuff like that so their name can be everywhere because they know we won't stop talking about it. We won't stop talking about what they did, playing clips of it, showing how hurt people are. And it's going to be somebody else to duplicate that. And the things we putting over here are just terrible. RC Nurse, how you doing? How you doing? It's just terrible. It's terrible. And I ain't even doing none of this shit. And I'm saying we're doing because, like I said, I came over here. Like I said, there's lots of people I love over here. Like I love their energy. I love talking to them in the chat. I love, you know what I mean? And then I've gotten more in the last year as a creator with like even talking to people on Instagram. So off of the chat like I said, never about this like that. Not sitting here. That's if I'm gonna talk about the YouTube stuff and the whole like this, it'll be on here. You know what I mean? But oh, guys, it's just true merch. It's true merch. And I keep hearing people saying like what they want, and this isn't what they want, but then it's all they want. That's all they want. And then, like I said, we always deflect from the real main points. Like, I kid y'all not, I ain't never seen so many people. This is what we're doing, this is the goal. We don't dance around 18 other goals. We don't put out 25, started 65 more fires. The same people still fighting about the same thing. And I heard the same story. I'm watching old lives. Let's get to the point. What's the objective? What is the goal? What are we doing? And what are we doing towards that goal? Period. It's period. All these bosses get to the table and put up a plan. If it ain't a plan written out, it's never gonna work. Because now we just free balling it. Oh man, today is this, and then tomorrow we gonna do this because they're gonna strike. Because remember what I said at the beginning, people when they know how you gonna react, they're gonna give you what they're gonna give you so you can react. Give them, surprise them. Surprise them. I love to give the people the opposite of what they think. Because I love that look on their face when they didn't get what they want. But I gave them everything I still wanted to, but not the way they wanted it. And trust me, I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I remember. The parodies were hilarious. Then it went from parody to just a flat out, I'm just disrespecting. Like, but this isn't even a parody. I don't even like know who we're talking about. But like the parodies at first was funny. And like I said, some of this shit is laughable. It's laughable what we're watching sometimes, So it's like, okay, I have to say something, but I gotta say it like this. But then some of this stuff is just downright, oh my God. Hold on, yeah. I have to use that bathroom. Sorry. But yeah, like I said, the stuff over here just keeps getting worse and worse, worse and worse, and it's just like I said, it's just affecting a lot of people. And I mean, we love to drag in Eric. Oh, the messy subscribe. Hey, what is a messy subscriber without a content creator to fuel the mess they putting out there? Tell me, could a messy subscriber just be messy, even if they was in the chat, and a content creator would have the power to block them out that chat? If they were sending them messages on Instagram, they'd have a power to tell them to stop or block them. If they're repeating the mess this person told them, is the subscriber still yet messy, or are they both messy? The next time on the YouTube Twilight Zone. Because, see, a content creator can be messy without a subscriber being messy. But a subscriber can't be messy without the vessel that to the internet, which is the creator. So really, when they do that, they're throwing these subscribers under the bus again. Because once again, I guarantee if somebody is bringing you info and all this, they must really think they're helping you. But helping you what? They're either trying to help you take somebody down, they're trying to help you know who's so called really with you or against you. They're trying to let you know about stuff that you obviously want to know about, but you don't want to watch. But they must be trying to help you in some kind of form. I'm not saying they're helping you the right way. I'm just saying, what else is their purpose? Are they just doing it because they just messy? You're right. It's a bunch of messy people. A bunch of them. My emails ain't flooded. I ain't never getting Instagrams from, and I've got IG messages from people probably call messy as boots. They ain't never been messing with me. We've been hello, how you doing? Happy holiday. You get what I'm saying? Like we not on that shit. They messy with you because you messy and they know you'll take it. That's like if somebody throw out the bait. I guess it's your bait because you sure went for it. Hook, line, and sinker. Bam, they got them one. I mean, I'm just not one. So stop talking about all these messy subscribers as you being a messy creator who is, and then some of y'all creators will put the messy subscribers up on your panel to help tell the mess. But you want me to believe they not dropping you all the mess. They wasn't sending you all the mess. They didn't send you link after link after link. I mean, you should be linked up. You linked in? You linked in because you got all the links. So, like I said, behind the messy subscriber is a messy. So, like I said, let's stop. Let's just stop. Let's just say we was all being messy together. Or how about we don't say we was being messy? How about we say we was all on the same shit? Because, see, you might call it messy, but we all might have just thought, you know what? I do not like such and such, neither do I. And then, you know what? Did you ever hear that lie? And it wasn't we was being messy. We was comparing notes. Maybe we was just, you dig? So, I don't know how it's going because I wasn't in the conversation. But we can't be like, I forgive Peter and Paul, but all Sarah, Bob, and Ricky that was involved, we can't. Because the only way this gonna go is, and forgiveness don't mean you gotta kumbaya to be friends. It don't. It just means we gonna let this go. So now every time we get into it or anything else happens, I don't want to come back to this. I don't want, I don't want you still, every time you talk to somebody about my name, you still bringing this up again. Like, this is what this means, where we can move on. So if we got into it tomorrow, we'd be into it about that. It wouldn't have nothing to do with this. That's it. That's it. That's how I see it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. They do. They do. Because if they don't attend to their mental, and that's not even a joke. If they, and I know how you mean it, like if they don't attend to their mental health, not only are they destructive to themselves, they are destructive to everything they come in contact with. Like I said, I'm telling y'all, I cannot make this up. Man, 2 years ago, a little over 2 years ago, when people would say doxing over here, people didn't even know what it was. Now it's all people do. It is spreading. And I mean, you'll dox anybody. Did somebody just say hello? Wait a minute, Bossy just say something on her chat. I ain't like that Bossy said some of these people. Find out what she work at. And then people always be, oh, I know this. I know what. No, why is you getting this deep? It's just because we talking. Even if you didn't like me, you pulling up. You ain't got to look. Ask. That's why I don't get. Oh my God, the shit people be going on out here. Please, please, and I trust me. I don't give a damn if you in my city, not in my city. I ain't worried about shit. I'm not. That don't make me the toughest. The toughest fall too. That don't make me tough. It just means I'm not worried about it at all. I'm not. I'm not. Cause all the real goop I'm talking about, only goes that still are active. They ain't gonna get on the internet and do nothing. They ain't got no social media handles. You ain't gonna find them. Nobody will come on and say they government name. None of that type of shit. It. No, I ain't worried about that. Now, that's how many people are off the midway. Yes, But I'm more worried about them for themselves. I'm not that. Please. Invest in what? Invest in what? I'm just not. I'm not. Wrong is wrong, right is right. Somebody got to take a stand. And I said it last year. To me, the best ones to ever take a stand in this sector is going to be anyone who was ever really involved in this shit. And the more of the people that was born so hard and they come together, that's what's going to make the movement. And that's for real. So, like I said, Jules, Terry Lynn, um, Mims, Heidi, whoever, all is in that. Hey, I salute you. I salute you because at the end of the night, y'all big names that people know. And then also y'all are big names that people know in these situations. So the fact that you are and y'all truly outstanding and not letting all, because I hear come all the division, the stuff to make people divide more, not doing, I salute y'all for that. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the only way it's going to work is how's it going to work if you bring in new people to tell them about what you want them to know about the old people? It's better to have people that was involved, not only people that was involved once upon a time, people that y'all once weren't getting along. That's how I knew when I saw y'all up there it was something good. When I seen you come up, because you didn't just come up on Jules' panel that first time just then. It was before that. And then, like I said, before we went to Vegas, we was on there laughing at the farting sounds. Like I said, sometimes it's good to just freaking laugh. Yeah, we was being silly, we being goofy, but at least we was laughing. What people gonna say is laughing too hard. Y'all laughed too much. Y'all sure got together and got silly. Or we'd rather get together and keep calling women fat. And even though I'm just talking about this one woman, but yet there's a woman somewhere in your chat that might have an eating disorder. Yet there's a woman in your chat that fights with issues she has with food. Yet there could be a woman in your chat who deals with, you know, what is it called? When you just feel about your body. And I don't want to use the wrong word, but you only think about them. You ain't think about them when you said it, but all they heard was the word, and they thought, well, if you think that about them, what would you think about me? And sometimes I don't know, as creators, do you realize we talking about how people could look? Do y'all know what all your subscribers look like? Because, and I don't mean that your subscribers ain't attractive. I mean, because for you to say it about this one person, how do you know when you're saying that insult, you're not insulting another one of your subscribers? Because they might look just like that since you don't know. Mm. Mm. How come in this sector somebody can ask one person of one race or one part of the community or one this and they answer for all? No, they don't. They answer for them. They answer for them. Just like when John Hayes said the N word, he said, "Oh well, I went and I got to get AT2." That gave him the approval of all of us. He has spoken. Cause I'm still screaming F you for life. Yeah, I don't need a petition. That's how you do it. You don't support in any kind of way, negative or positive. That's what I said. Sometimes silence is golden. It says I don't support that. But if I keep talking about it, let me tell y'all something. I done heard about this Johnny Mac and the Chicago Muslim so much. I'm tempted to go to their channels. Cause sometimes just talking about people gonna have people going to how about we ain't talk about these mofos? And that ain't to them true, because I could give a damn about them too. I just don't even see how they're over here fighting each other when obviously they couldn't get it together in their sector. So why are they bringing their war over here on top of the wars going on? And how are they in a thing that has to do with women? If Sophie and Maria are into it, they are two women. Now, does that mean they should do? I'm not saying how they should fight, but I'm just saying them two women. I'm just taking that part out of it. Those are two women. No man. The only man that should be speaking up for either one of those women is one of their husbands. And when their husband speak up, he shouldn't be speaking to another woman. He should be speaking to his wife. and telling his wife that, honey, this is doing too much for you. You shouldn't be in here getting into it with some woman so bad that I gotta come stand up for you. But then here comes a man standing up for a woman, to a woman. So now she got to go get a man to stand up to that man. And now these two men, now they've been standing up to each other for who knows how long, because I don't know they war with each other. But they couldn't solve it over there. But now they over here having what? And then every time I turn around, I'm hearing about what's going on with them. And did you know about the past with them? And did you know he did this? And did you know he did that? We already slanging shit over here. We got enough 4x4 information and 411s and 311s that we can't even get straight over here about people. And in this sector, I've learned, even when the facts are on the table, we got to believe what people are saying. No, I'm believing the facts. I'm believing the facts. I'm not drawn into the. I can't. I ain't no one. No, it doesn't matter what we look like, Sweaty. What I'm saying is that if I don't know what anybody on here looks like, and I start talking about weight, how do I know somebody's not big or small? I don't know. So how can I just be talking about you? Oh, and I can't stand fat people. I'm only talking about Danny, y'all. I'm not talking about nobody. But I don't even know what my own subscribers look like. So what I'm saying is I shouldn't be talking about anyone. Anyone. So if I start talking about white women, do you think it's just a white woman? Do you think I'm only going to offend the white woman I'm talking about? How come I couldn't just be talking about that woman? So that's what I mean by subscribers don't even know. That's why people be saying it's not even a lot of black people. It's a lot of them. Women, men, it's a lot of them. But since, once again, you don't know what people look like, you're making these brass statements that don't make these statements that just don't have nothing backing them up, I should say. That's what I meant by that more. Like, you don't even think about when you open your mouth how many people you can be affecting. But I know when we keep throwing around people's weight, that affects a lot of women, and all the women who are affected by that aren't so-called fat. Mm. Yeah, so I always think about it. I'm like, I don't think people think about that. Or like I said, when we know there's so many people that suffer from some of the same traumas, and we keep just throwing that around. Man, you know how I'm gonna diss this chick and talk about it. I'm gonna talk about traumas. Why don't you diss us and tell us what you don't like about it? Because wait, you don't like the traumas they've been through? You don't like that they might have been a bit. What don't you like about them? We've heard all their dirt. Okay, we've heard what you say about their marriage. We've heard what you say about their kids. We heard what's next? Like, it's just too much. It's too much. Like I said, it's too much. It's just too much. Mm-mm. As I said, I was happy to see Thursday. And like I said, they gonna keep it going, keep it going. Yeah, the fat shaming has to stop. It has to stop. It has to stop. More women are a size 14, 12 in the world than they are size twos. And there's and it's just we have to stop. And there are women that are size two who look in the mirror and they feel it's just so many weight problems that we already have, and women have so many complexes about their body. Body shaming has to stop. Like, hey, fight another way, but dang, body shaming. Like, go back to talking about each other's snatch. I'm tired, even though that's like I don't care about nobody's snatch. Body shaming. Mm. The slut shame. Oh, and I hate that that's even the word for slut shaming. Already I'm shaming it by doing that. And you wonder why little girls are somewhere because somebody found out about something about them sexually, or they might have gave out a picture or whatever may have been going on. And uh, mm, yeah. So like I said, so it's too much. It's too much. Next, we're gonna look at and people gonna be bringing in. I mean, so this is just what we doing. We just bringing in any kind of sector. That's the noise we about to start. So now we're gonna look up in a year. And it's gonna be all these people that came in here to fight, and it's going to become a beef sector. And that'd be cool too if that's what people want. But then people gonna be swearing they just win, go win, and I didn't know it go this far. Well, you already set the boundaries, and the boundaries say let's get buck wild. The boundaries say who wants to be on the next 48. The boundaries say who wants to be. Hmm, who wants to be the next episode of Law and Order that they take straight off the press? Huh? Who wants to do that? Hmm. We keep talking about women and whether things happen to them in abuse. Do you know that most women don't tell when they are attacked for that same reason? Because someone is going to take their story and twist where it's a lie, twist where they could have stopped it, twist where they were, you know? And I thought how long we fought so women didn't have, I mean, they had to change rules in courts, where you couldn't do that. You couldn't dare bring up a woman's sexual record if it was, I mean, just, and we just reverse in time. Are we making America great again? What are we doing here? I'm just confused. And that ain't nothing to do with Trump. They're just using that saying because I felt like when people were saying that, everybody was doing everybody. People with them and against them. Everybody was doing everything but that. So every time I hear somebody say that, I think, oh, that's cold for we about to make a shit show. We about to act a fool. I'm about to make YouTube great again. Oh, YouTube said we about to do some helping. We about to do some helping. And see, we won't have to say anything. They'll let us know if they thought people were that. They gonna tell you. So if it happens, just note this. It's about time that YouTube do their job. Then we won't have to worry about who said it and I was doing it because you was doing it. No, we'll separate because it's a way to do any of this. And so, like I said, that ain't pointing no fingers at nobody. It's just speaking in a whole. It's just speaking in a whole. Like I said, there's more. Ooh, wee. The segregation. The segregation. No wonder we go straight to the races and all that because we already segregated. And we ain't even, the worst part, we ain't segregated by race. We be throwing it out, forgetting who in the room because once again, you don't know what half the people look like. So how do you know who's what? Do they have a sign next to their avatar that says my race? Here's my race. It must say a lot because I swear people be like, oh, and they has 8 kids and 7 baby daddy. Like, how do you know all this from their avatar? Oh, and I forgot another thing that going on in this sector. You'll be talking to somebody about your children, and then that's the next thing we throw it up is the tragedies you've had as being a parent. But let me tell you something. Every parent has had some up, some down, a moment where they might have felt inadequate, a moment their kid might have told them they was inadequate. That's part of parenting. Some were, some weren't. But I just me sitting up here, don't y'all once again about your parenting for what? Because I am a parent, still one. And it's a hard job. And it's a hard job because one of the things I know about being a parent is you set the example of either what they're gonna be just like, or one thing they're gonna want to be nothing like. And they're gonna do you like Michael Jackson did Joe Jackson. They're gonna try to get so far away from looking, sounding, being anything like you. That's what I know about parenting. And I know that it's a job that I would never throw in nobody's face. About it being good, bad, or indifferent, because I'm gonna leave your parenting, your kids. It's just like religion, and so I'm gonna leave that alone. Hold on, y'all know Killer. And he know to get the second part of his treaty, gotta wait till it's over, and he been a good boy, and he been good boy. Look at him waiting still, cause I say good boy. He think he the only good boy in the room. Hey, he is. Look, here he come. Hey, love, I'm talking about you, love, not to you. You're leaving my sweating. Love you, sis. Get some good rest. Sweaty, I told you on the phone I have that where I look back at a picture and be thinking like, at that time I thought I was so big, but I sure wish I was that size. You be like, because it's what you see. It's not even what's there sometimes. It's what you see. It's just like sometimes I remember sometimes somebody go say something and I get in the defense. And then when we would stop and they'd be like, Danny, you just did all that. And I was just trying to say, and when I hear it and actually hear it, and I'd be like, oh my God, I'd be thinking sometimes like, why would I have thought that's what they were trying to say? Because you're on the defense. Just like when you beating yourself up about your weight. And like I said, I've had some relationships with food and I'm a foodie and I love food. And sometimes, like I said, I can get a whole bunch of food and I'm not eating all that at one time. But there was times when I would sit and eat all that food at one time. And then there's gonna be times when with food I just can't even eat. You know what I mean? I've had those. That's why I said to sit and to discuss. And see, I can say that freely where no one could throw that. See, one thing is when you can stand in front of something, somebody throwing it. What are you throwing? What I tossed at you? You throwing it back to me? Well, thank you, because it's a bone I live with. But at least I'm open enough to put the conversation on the table and say to people, like, I do understand. And that's why I would never be talking about somebody with food or weight or because I do know about that. I've struggled with my weight my whole life. I am 5'10" and a half. But the funny thing is, it seems like they think my body size does, and it does not look right on my body. But then it's trying to proportion that and make sure. I've dealt with my body my whole life. I would never sit to degrade it. If I don't like you, I don't like you. I didn't give a damn if you had a olive glass figure or a Coca-Cola figure or a supermodel's figure or you was a blimp. I could care less. Okay? I could care less. Because it's not going to be what I'm dissing you about. I could care less. I could care if your hair float to the ground or if it just barely comes out your scalp. I could care less. Because when I don't like you, I could care less. That's not what I want to talk about. Your kids, I hope they better than you, so I'm going to leave them up out of it. Okay? Because that's how we're going to break that chain. I hope they better than you. I don't. Like I said, the only way your kids going to get ran up on by me or get talked about by me is when your kids run up at some grown-up shit. Because once again, it's like I said, the man said, don't bring your kids in. Don't be telling me what you told your kids. My kids are 25, about to be 26 years old, 24 and 22. And I'm not calling my kids, tell them nothing about what's going on here. Just like in the real world, I don't put my kids in adult business. Because even when they grown, they still my children. I'm here to protect them, never to need them to come and protect me. Now, when I'm in my elderly years, they can take care of me. But as they call them my kids for. Calling my kids dead. My kid. I'm not even. That ain't nothing to brag about because I told you one of the things I taught my kids was the fight is in you. So they damn. So like I said, no. Put my kids in it for what? For what? I want my kids to not have to deal with this kind of stupidity. I want my kids to know, if anything, this is how you don't act on social media. Nino, you know you're a mess. Where did the tree go from? What? Yes, but yeah. So that's why when I came on here, I just said what I want to do is I want to enjoy where I've always gone. That you know what I mean. That's what I want to do. I want to make sure that even if I speak on something just like I've done before, I watched every side and I still just made an opinion. And when I watched it, I told myself this much: I'm just watching it to be informed. I'm gonna see because, like I said, I've watched people change their story. I've watched people change their story within 24 hours, and I've watched people change it in 3, 4 months. But I mean, it's such as life. But at least I know I watched it. I didn't have to be told. I didn't need the short version. I watched it, and that's why sometimes with me and watching the long lives, unless I was like watching it for hours on end, I usually watch it in pieces so I can make sure I paid attention. Because sometimes you'll find yourself fast forwarding and you'll miss something. Sometimes people don't realize when you fast forward, you might miss the point. You might miss another point. You might, yeah, you never know. So I like to watch it all the way through. So when I do that, though, I have to break the videos down. I really do. I really have to break them down. Y'all, I'm running my mouth a mile a minute. As if I don't have to get up in the morning. Oh yeah, it will. It will. And like I said, the good thing is only thing people can be, that's what I was saying to Terry Lynn earlier, the only thing people can be responsible for is themselves. So even if y'all stand on the good thing, that's good. Y'all the ones who sat there and set it up. So that's good. And just do what you're doing and stick to what you're saying, and that's it. That's it. And like I said, but the thing I agree with that how he was saying so far, and as far as I've made it in the video today, was that I agree. Like, don't keep repeating that stuff because it's giving it life. It's watering it. It's making it bigger. It's spreading it around. And so, yeah. So that's what I'll say. You know. Um. But yeah. But I just, like I said, because I've seen so many things in the last couple days, and not just I'm not even talking about the Terry Lynn. I'm not just watching different ones, watching different lives, and I can't even lie, y'all. I had to bounce back because I had a couple of things going on. One, I told y'all there's always a search for me to be moving. That's always something I'm doing. It seems like every time one thing lines up, something happens, and that takes me off a little bit. And then, like I said, I did go into my, you know, you have to not sometimes go into these dark places when it comes to like when you think about like losing your innocence or being invaded, what it caused, what it did to you, because it takes you a bunch of different places. And then I thought about, like I said, I thought about Housewives going through what she's going through. I thought about all of us. I thought about Sweaty. I just thought about all of us, and I just thought to myself, like, you know what, guys, like the good thing is that all of us are flawed. Nobody perfect. None of us. None of us. But I thought I have to come up and just say, hey, we keep on forgetting that actually the biggest move that's probably been made in all of this stuff is the move that they made on Thursday. And that's just a fact. That really is. Everything else is just, what are y'all saying? Wash, rinse, repeat. It's all wash, rinse, repeat. Name me one of these stories we ain't heard already. Oh, wait. Tell me what don't lead back to an old video of an old screenshot, an old conversation, an old. Tell me if it ain't an old. Tell me which one of the people weren't friends when they were giving you the information they showing you now. Oh wait. Oh wait. Tell me how, if you do the 3 degrees of separation, how many times you gonna circle back to the same people? Hmm? 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 Paranormal, how you doing, sis? Tell me, somebody tell me. Nino just came and said, right in front of my foot and pushed my leg. You gonna make me get a Charlie horse? And we were just talking Charlie horse the other day. I don't want one. Sorry, I'm out of the comments. Let me get back in these comments because I don't want y'all to think I'm ignoring. Hey sis, go on and go to bed. I'm gonna go in a few minutes too because I gotta turn around and get up in the morning at 6. Take stank a butt out, get my morning cup of coffee because I don't like to just get up and be running when I get up. I hate feeling like I'm running, and so I like to get up, take him out, come back in, go get me a cup of coffee, and sit outside. Um, Usually that's a wake and bake, but sit outside. But just think, I try my best at my coffee time to not be involved with anything. No watching nothing. If anything, I put on some music. But I usually try that my thinking time, my focus in my eye with the light time. It's usually that, and then I come in, take a shower, get dressed, and then it's out the door. Then it's out the door. But Sunday I really enjoy because I really enjoy the energy around me on Sundays when I'm up there. Go on and go to bed, sis. Get some rest. We are 22 minutes shy of a new day. So no matter what today was, tomorrow got to be better. So like I said, I really am. Like I said, I've been just trying to shift my energy, and usually, if I don't come on a day or two, I'm usually shifting my energy. I'm not in a depression. I'm trying to shift my energy from to figure out what is going on. What is it what am I holding? What am I thinking? What am I feeling? And so I really try to do that. And then sometimes when it first comes out, it's a little unfiltered. So sometimes it can seem angry or I never know. But I knew this time it was just a lot of feeling of just a lot of draining energy. Like I love for men to be kings. I love for men to be protectors. I love for men to be all that. But I'm just way beyond men. Like when I think of kings and stuff like that, they're just not sitting around calling women bitches and hoes and talking down on they snatch and they weight. And if they ugly, if they pretty, and if they should suck this and put this up their mouth. I just it's like that's not how the kings are speaking to the queens. And then some men will say, well, she wasn't a queen. Well, you weren't a king the moment you stooped off the throne. You know what I'm saying? The moment you came off the throne to stoop to what you're calling less than a queen, then you shouldn't even be acknowledging it as far as I'm concerned. Like, I don't know. I don't know. And then I ask myself, do I just want too much? Do I want too much out of people? No, I don't think I asked for of enough. And so, like I said, when I think of men, and like I said, in the last couple of weeks, I've just seen, whew, in the last couple of years, I've seen some terrible things. I told y'all it always would take me back to almost 2 years ago, that day when Rio's mine, her name was Tiffany. And like I told you, I heard she passed early. It was either early this year I heard about her passing, or at the end of last year I heard about her passing. And the funny thing is, in a sector where I know people knew who she was, nobody ever even mentions her. But the last time I actually saw her, she was being called all kind of bees and ugly. And it just, when I think of from there to on here, I mean, oh my God. I don't know about y'all. I'm just too old, man. I ain't waiting. Yeah, we in our 40s and 50s, late 30s, whatever age people in. And this what we doing. Like, we wasn't even, I don't know about y'all, but this wasn't going on with me when I was young. Like, this ain't what we was doing. This is this ain't how we did it, you know what I mean? I don't hear Montel Jordan singing this one. Just John, hey there. Yeah, that's yeah. Mm. And yeah, like I said, when men are in the building, you can just, like I said, you can be a woman. You can, and you don't have to worry. And that's why I said I love that men can come in here and not be like, oh, they just on here being the women, the cat. You know, because sometimes men will be like, oh, get out of there. That's just some women do stuff they in there doing. We're just in here talking. We're in here enjoying life and respecting each other and all. It's not that. It's not that. Some people are like, well, I ain't going in there. And some men ain't going to come in and speak up because they going to say, oh, they doing too much fighting in there. And those are women fighting. And as a man, I don't want to say the wrong thing. I don't want to, I don't want to offend because these are women and they supposed to be more delicate. But see, first of all, most women are survivors. Survivors of the world, survivors of the work. The workforce will make you have tougher skin as a woman when you're trying to go up and especially corporate and all that. Please, so it's a different kind of woman. But we really do just want to be sugar and spice. So I know I do. I done been tough enough or long enough. I'm just ready to be enjoy the facts of being a queen. See how you doing? How you doing? Tired but great. But yeah, like I said, and it's no diss. Like I said, I'm not on no side but the side that is the part I'm supposed to play in this universe. That's the side I'm on, and I'm gonna follow. You know what I believe to be right for me. And that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna continue to do all this. I'm gonna go wherever I wanna go and watch whatever I wanna go and watch it respectfully. Because I'm not in the shits like that. No, I'm not. I'm not. Mm. Well, I'm doing good. How are you doing, Tia? I know Susan. I know she. I'm surprised. When I looked down and saw you still on there, I was surprised. I know you about to pass out, sis. But yeah, yeah, that's a sign I'm on. I'm gonna continue to do that. And here's the funny thing, guys. That's the same side I was on yesterday, and the day before yesterday, and last month, and the month before last, and then 6 months ago, and 7 months ago. That's the same side I was on. The same one I just told you I'm on. It didn't change. It didn't change. And people will be killing me. They sitting around telling people don't like such and such. You worried about such and such, but come on, it's so childish. I like whoever I want to like. And relationships that build are because both parties are building a relationship. And that's it. That's it. Man, hmm And I think one of the ways I'd probably get into some gully bunny is that somebody's messing with my mind. See, but I don't even put that out in the air because, like I said, my minds ain't doing nothing. That's what'll get me there because I'm like, they ain't even doing nothing. I don't care if they was in every chat of everything that was going on. They ain't doing nothing. Was they in the chat saying "F you" and "F your mama" and take it up your mom's skin? Hold on, I got some pictures. Better put them on my IG of your kids. If they was doing that, then I tell them, well, you know that comes with consequences because we adults, right? But I definitely know them saying hello or laugh. I don't care if they was laughing in the chat. That's just it. We can't laugh. No, you be scared to laugh. I don't know about y'all. You be laughing in the chat. And I'm gonna say, oh God, please don't say nothing while I'm laughing. Let me make sure after that, if you say something, I'm gonna have to put down in the chat like, I ain't know you was gonna say that. I ain't gonna do all that. If I was laughing, you gonna have to read the whole entire chat and also read my mind and know what I was thinking or talking about. I can't. Sometimes I try to figure it out and I say it out loud and I be like, no, that ain't gonna work. Spikey Spike. Wait a minute, my Spikey, what's going on? And do you mean you can't walk? What's going on, my Spikey? You moved to the suburbs? Western or south suburb? Mm, somebody done took your cane? I swear, what people take anything. My mama left her cane at the beauty supply store a couple of weeks ago, and she was going out of town like the day after. And when she called and they said, "Oh well," they at first they told her they didn't know what they saying it. Don't you know my mom came back from out of town? I was like, oh, I was just calling to see, cause I. But what she like about that cane is it can fold up, and so if she needed, she can just have it. Then later, we got a few canes. I said, wait, how many people that came up here and left their cane? That's what I told my mama. How you leave your cane? Mm, man, people will take anything. I swear they take anything. That's why people, you surprised they'll take your joy? They'll take anything. These are savages out here. These are savages. These are savages. They'll take you anything. When the shorties be putting next to their name savage, you better know it means something. The savage will do anything. Yeah, but them shorties got that on their name, won't bust great. Mm-mm-mm. It is sad. That is sad. But people that do, I promise you. But then I just gotta think if somebody took a cane, did they look, wait, hold on. Did they need it worse than you? Like, I mean, who does that? You know how people steal food out of the store? You be like, they must have really been hungry. They must have really needed that. Yeah, who does that? I'm not surprised though. I'm not surprised. If they could, if they got a chance, they would take your undergarment. They'd say, I promise you, they take your thoughts if they could take it. People take your thoughts. That's why when you say them out loud, they still. As soon as you say it, they was watching and thinking about how they gonna do that. Just what you said, and then they gonna bring it up like they brought it up. You gonna be thinking, well, I just said that, yeah, and that's what you'll be thinking. I just said that yesterday. It's funny they said that. It's not. It's not funny. They literally just did it because you said it. People, they never cease to amaze me. I promise you. I promise that. Well, y'all, we are 10 minutes shy of a new day. I am going to go ahead and wrap it up. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it on up. I'm going to swing on by. Oh, Terry Lynn sent a shout out. I see she's live. Oh, Nirvana, she said Nirvana's live, but Nirvana did an upload. I can't tell. I'm trying to see. I'm trying to look at my notifications. Send a shout out. No, I think Nirvana just put up a. Yeah, I think Nirvana just put up a video. I have to see because it says an upload. It says she just uploaded, so that can't be a live. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get on out of here. Like I said, I'm gonna creep on through, say some hellos, send some love out, and then I am gonna go and take my butt to bed. I guess since it's about to be midnight, I'm gonna go stank about that one last time. Oh, God, he's stretched out. I can't. You're still. You're still right. All right, y'all, but let me go on and get out of here. Thank you, Susan. Thank you, Marianne. Thank you, Tina. Good night to everybody. Thank you for coming through. Thank you for showing love. Thank you for respecting each other. I hope that I made any kind of sense in what I was saying because I really, like I said, I was just saying that I just figure it's got to be some new strategies, and it started on Thursday. I knew that one wasn't going to work completely. With every party involved, I knew that somebody was going to shake and break. But it's cool because as long as the people who put it together and started it, they stick to it, that's going to show something, and it's going to keep the other people involved. And it just sets a new example. And then you really will see who want to stay in the bullshit and who is responding to the bullshit. I guess I don't know, but we'll see. Only time will tell. We'll see how far it goes. I don't know. We will find out together. 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 But it's just not done. Like I said, some of this stuff I figure to even talk about it, you'll go so far back and it'll get your mind going in 100 places. That's what I told y'all. I'm trying to wait till I get into a place to do these doggone mukbangs where I make an actual meal, eat it, and talk about a creator in this area, this sector, in this story, and how we got to here, from there to here, in my eyes, and why I see things the way I see them with certain in this whole situation. But man, like I said, we'll see. Like I said, we'll see. We will see. We will see. I'm tired. I have been up all day. I'm going to go to sleep. I know you all are tired. Thank you for coming in. Let me see. I want to make sure I don't miss anything before I get out of here. Okay. Okay. Having a good night. Yes. Yes. Much, much love. Thank you, Eagles, for coming on through. Thank you, Spiky. Like I said, thank you, Susan and Marianne and Martina. Thank you, Heidi, for coming through. TL for coming through. Thank you, Tia, for coming through. Thank you, Jess John. You know, that's my YouTube husband forever. Paranormal, thank you. Get some rest. All of us go get some rest. Sweet Potato, thank you for coming through. I just want to make sure if it was in here, I at least said good night. Bossy Sis. Thank you. Bossy's another one of my sis. That's my sister. Mayor. But thanks, guys. And I love you, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye. I might come live at lunch. I don't know. I don't. I don't know. I got to come out of this vulgar. I got to come out of it. All right, guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Oh, wait.